Hello? I forgot to switch back to my desk setup on the microphone. I thought I got it all. Dang it. Anyway, run a couple seconds late, was on the phone with our sister station in Portland, Maine. You'll laugh at the request that they had. I mean, I say you'll laugh. As a Floridian, you'll laugh. They had a good request, but he's working on graphics, and he's like, I'll show you real fast, and then we can get into our forecast because it's funny. So he's got this, the what to wear forecast. And he's like, so Burris, that background is not going to cut it in Maine in the wintertime. And I'm like, yeah, Ted. And it's Ted that we had talked to a couple of weeks ago. He's like, Burris, this isn't going to work. And I was like, all right, Ted, we'll get you a background that's a little chillier, we'll say. So anyway, good morning to you. Heck, even in Florida, that's not necessarily going to work. I've got the sweatshirt on. It's cold outside this morning. And welcome back to the fray, our Ocala Tower Cam. Baby, it's cold outside, isn't it? Look at that blue sky. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning across Marion County and all of Central Florida. Let's take a look at current temperatures in Marion County. If I can find the button, I'll find it. Here we are. All right, live look at temperatures in Marion County. 44 degrees at the airport, 43 degrees right now in Ocala. It's 46 in Lake Weir, 47 degrees in Citra, right on the shoreline there of the lake. That's a little chilly. Let's head to Lake County, see what's doing across Central Florida. 50 Yalaha, 50 degrees Mount Dora, Umatilla at 49, 47 in Altoona, about 56 degrees in Claremont. All right, let's head over to Flagler, see what's doing by you. 61 in Espanol. I guess that ocean influence. If it was 1 in the 60s, that would make sense, but a lot, I don't know. Maybe those weather sensors are a little outdated. We'll have to check. No, I mean, what a difference, I guess, right? Like, look at that. What a difference. Yeah, because look at that. Geneva's at 67. It's 56 at Winter Springs, 53 in Lake Mary. That is something else. What a difference. 68 at Ponce Inlet, 52 Victoria Gardens, 46 in De Leon Springs. Isn't that wild how the temperatures are just so different depending on where you are, right? Brevard County, let's check in on you. 72 Patrick, 68 Titusville, 66 in Palm Bay. That's something else. I will never, ever, ever stop being surprised when I see temperatures just, that ocean just changes the game so much, doesn't it? Something else. That's something else. Orange County, let's check in on you, see how you're doing. 49 Magnolia Park, 52 out at Lake Butler. It's 55 in I Drive, 55 at the International Airport, downtown Orlando at 54 degrees. So, yeah, it's kind of striking the differences in temperatures, right? Depending on where you are. That's always fun. All right. So, temperatures across all of Central Florida then. Definitely showing that milder beach temperature, cooler as soon as you head inland. That's really something else. 44 in Ocala. Yep. 69 degrees in Melbourne. Just depends on where you are. What time do I need to meet you for the flight? Which airport? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to be flying Sanford today, so that's fun. Mike says, left Orlando at 7 a.m. yesterday. It was 68 degrees, and that was the warmest driving back home. Yeah, that'll do it. It's definitely beautiful outside. Now, it's not just definitely beautiful outside this morning. Y'all, it's going to be beautiful this afternoon. Look at this forecast. 60s this morning. But later on, I'll be able to pull off the old pullover. We're headed to the mid-range of the 70s today, baby. 75 degrees in Orlando, 73 in Ocala, 72 degrees in Palm Coast. That's gorgeous. Leanne McDonald Bird. Love this weather. I do too. I mean, it's gorgeous. From coast to coast, it's gorgeous. We, of course, have some runs. So let's just chat about that. Tomorrow morning, the Wine and Dine 5K. I'm not going to be out there. But there you go. Comfortable, low humidity, nice clear skies for this race. all the Run Disney races, by the way. Since we're chatting about this, there's the 5K. Okay, looking beautiful. Here's the 10K Saturday morning. Temperatures coming up just a little bit. And then the half marathon, which apparently I misspelled the banner. Wint and Dine. Let's see how long until somebody catches that. Lower 70s. Maybe even a few showers. So all said and done, I mean, we are at a great looking forecast. Okay, here's a look at the overall weather picture. Nice cool air about. But we start to bring those temperatures up, and watching that moisture creeping closer and closer to us this weekend as a little area of low pressure tries to form. It's not going to do anything. It's going to stay off the shoreline. But it will bring us a few passing showers. So here's our weekend forecast, all right? Saturday, Sunday, 10% chance of a quick passing sprinkle. Not too bad. Not too bad. I threw a brisket in the smoker this morning. It's a chilly one. So, Shauna, I'm going to make... Jeannie found a recipe. Let me find it here. Okay. A tortellini soup from Small Town Woman. One of those blogs. But, like, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? I don't know if you could see it. Like, a tortellini soup. So I will be buying supplies to make a tortellini soup from Small Town Woman. We did chili last night, in case you're curious. I know you're not. I know you don't care. I wouldn't care either if I were you. But it was a chilly night. Yep. Kathy says, I love tortellini soup. We'll see how it goes. We have transitioned to soup mode, though, in this house. Yeah, Shauna, it's Small Town. I feel like if you Google Small Town Woman tortellini soup. Now, Jeannie doesn't like the sausage, so I'm going to have to do it with ground beef, which stinks because I love sausage. A good sausage soup sounds good. Hearty. But we're doing ground beef. So there it is. Kathy says, I have 2 containers of chili in the freezer. I make it all year round. You know, maybe I do take this chili and throw it in the freezer. I've been doing really good. I know you don't care, y'all. I'm sorry. We'll get back to the weather in a second. I've been doing really good at freezing stuff. Like I've got pasta sauce in there. All of this. So maybe I'll freeze the chili. Yeah, that way it can go. That way we can just thaw it out. And I've also, Jesus, Mike, I was wondering if any putz was going to say something. Had to be you. Yeah. I've also started doing beans and chili because everybody else in the house likes it but me. So there it is. Is that the Olive Garden soup? No, I don't think so. It's just Small Town Woman. I don't know. Yeah, Kathy. So you do the freeze thing a lot. Yeah. All right. So it's beautiful for stuff this weekend for the races. Of course, we've got some Friday night football. Lake Mary and Mainland getting together. May have a quick passing shower for that one. Haggerty and Oviedo, mix of clouds and sunshine leading to a mix of clouds and stars. Dr. Phillips and Jones getting together, comfortable temperatures, looking good for Friday night football. Mount Dora, and Lake Howell. I didn't even make this graphic. I'm a Lake Howell alum. Who made this graphic? Did Tony do that for me? Did Tony do that for me? Annie says, no beans. Daughter has a chorus concert tonight making a loaded baked potato soup with ham and bacon. Oh my God, Mike, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah. Yukon says, I'm hungry now. Hey, whatever we can do to just kind of, keep your senses heightened. Speaking of which, this will keep you on your toes this weekend. Not sure if everybody knows. I'm not trying to be Mr. Abrasive here. I'm just trying to make sure everybody knows. Mainland alum here, go Bucks. That's okay, Jan. We can have a little bit of fun. Making sure everybody knows that this Saturday night into Sunday morning, we fall back. It's the official end of daylight saving time. Yep. This one is way better than the spring one. Sorry. For those of you that like the spring one, I lose an hour of sleep and I'm super grumpy. So an extra hour of sleep, I'll take. So just be ready for that. Janice, a husband that cooks is worth keeping around. I love cooking. I love cooking. Warren, good morning to you. Wishing you all a happy, blessed day. Stay safe, stay humble, put a smile on someone's face. I love it, Mr. Warren. I love it. I love it. Oh, the miserable time change. I know, Shauna. I've been mentioning it since Monday. I want everybody to get the emotion out. Get the feels. Feel the feels. Do what you got to do. Yukon says I'm grumpy no matter what. Right? Like, that's me too. Oof. And bars don't turn the clocks back until Sunday morning. But see, technically, Frank, you're like 50-something. Why are you still going to bars? Get tired early like the rest of the class. Why are you so youthful? Gah. Frank, you want to work in TV news? We could use some of that youth. I'm back on keto. No good talk, please. Brunch at noon. Listen, Priscilla, I've been basically living keto for a couple of years now with this, post-bariatric surgery thing. So I gotcha. I'll only have like one or two of the tortellini, like just a little bite. That's all. Julie says, check those smoke detector batteries too. Agreed. Yeah. So we've got to do this time change. Got to check the smoke detectors because also you don't want to wake up in the middle of the night. Chirp. 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 Yeah, you don't want that. So check the smoke detector batteries. CO2 batteries. Betty says I do my smoke detectors on January 1st. Yeah. As long as you do that. Yeah. Evelyn, my husband would always make chili and yellow rice. He passed in August. I'm going to miss his cooking. I'm sorry, Evelyn. But you can always prepare the same thing and think about him. That's what my grandmother passed at 92, and it's so funny. Every single time that I make her matzo ball soup, every single time, I think about how I'm going to do my best to keep her legacy alive. And if her legacy is matzo ball soup, so be it. Hey, you better not be throwing up in that corner, Stella. Anybody with a dog or a cat should understand that feeling when you see the animal in the corner and you're like... Priscilla says, I cheated for a few months with pico and gluten-free. I won't tell anybody. I won't judge. Let's see here. Oh, Evelyn, hope you can make it. Yeah. I hope that you can do something to keep your husband's memory alive. Something like that. Diane says, I have my grandmother's rolling pin. I think of her when I make dumplings. And see, that's the thing, is when to me, that's what's... Hi, sweet Stella. Okay, good. No vomit, so we're good. I think if you can keep those little touches, like, for you, it's a rolling pin. It's a tool in the kitchen, but every time you use that rolling pin, you know where it's been. You know what it's done. For me, matzo ball soup is so simple, but the smell, the taste, the emotion, the comfort, that's what's so great about cooking. Hi, sweet Stella. Now she came over and she's just like, I didn't throw up. I'm sorry. All right. So yes, David, this morning is awesome outside. It is just beautiful. Bright sunshine. Tomorrow, bless you. 79 tomorrow. Bless you. 82 on Saturday and Sunday. And we're definitely going up warmer and warmer and warmer. Yeah. Why are we talking about animal fluids and waste? Because Coffee Talk is literally an S show. It is a sideshow where we talk about whatever. I love to make homemade chicken pot pie with the rolled out dough. Amish. Ooh, that sounds good, Shauna. I've never successfully made a decent pot pie. I've got like pot pie soup recipes, but they're kind of crummy. And here's my thing, and maybe y'all can understand this. If I'm going to cook, I don't want it to stink. Am I the only one that feels that way? Like, there's a million recipes out there. And if it's lukewarm, I don't want to do it. If I wanted to, I know, Frank. Thank you for decoding the code. If I'm cooking something, you know what it is? It's like if I want something mediocre, I'll buy a frozen meal, right? Like if I want something to stink, I'll just buy it pre-prepared. If I'm cooking it, this crap better be good. Like it took me years to perfect my pasta sauces. Years. If I had $1 every single time, I would make a pasta sauce and I'd sit there and be like, so what do you think, Jeannie? And she'd be like, it's fine. And then the kids would be like, it's fine. It took me years to perfect my pasta sauce. Years. If you're cooking it at home, that thing needs to sing. Sing from the rooftops. Okay, Cavallari Gourmet has great pot pie. I'm sure, look, Cavallari has great everything. But if I'm making, it needs to be great. So we're going to try this tortellini soup. If it's mediocre, it will be the last time that tortellini soup is made. Diane, when are you starting a cooking show? It ain't like that. My passion in the kitchen is strictly for friends and family. I mean, I'm not like an inventive chef, and I'm not a great chef, but I love cooking. Like we had, I'll tell you, and then I'm sorry. See, Coffee Talk gets on a dang tangent, and I'm sorry. I'll put the 7-day up. At least while I'm yentering it up, you can look at the weather. For Halloween, my brother and his family were coming over, and that meant my father was going to come over, and that meant his my brother's in-laws were coming over. So there's a bunch of people. So I said to Jeannie, I'm like, all right, we're just going to boil some pasta, and we'll pull some of my sauce out of the freezer. Always have stuff in the freezer. Because I hate jarred pasta sauce. I don't care if it's mids, if it's that fancy crap from the pasta sauce stinks out of the jar. It's just red gook. So pulled it out of the freezer, thawed it out, had a great, and I was getting compliments, and I'm just like, ooh, all we did was pull it out of the freezer. But it's just like, Rouse stinks also out of the jar. Sorry, Priscilla, there it is. Hot take. Doesn't matter. I don't know if it's the preservatives, the lack of fresh stuff. I don't know. But see, like my pasta sauce that's in the freezer is frozen and it's great. But I mean, Kathy, it's fine. Rouse is fine. If I was doing a jarred sauce, it's going to be Rouse. But honest to God, it's like emergency. It's like, crap, we ran out of frozen stuff. But also, when I make a pasta sauce, if I know that I'm going to make it and I've got time, I'm going to make, like the last time Jeannie's parents came over and I made like 2 portions of it. And she's just like, who the hell do you think's coming over? And I'm just like, I'm going to freeze it. And sure enough, we froze it and it came back out and fed a whole bunch of people on Halloween. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you can't buy the pre-bought onions and you can't buy the pre-bought, you got to chop the garlic and you got to chop the onions. I think that's the key. Oh, it's pronounced Rayos? Well, yeah, you got to I don't know what it is. Pasta sauce was my enemy for the longest time. And you know what I'm finding is that when like advertisements are like, it's all about the ingredients, like Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Crap, they're not wrong. Like, it's true. Mike says the Trinity, onion, celery, and carrots for sauce. Oh, 100%. And I would go on to say, you got to cut it yourself. It's got to be fresh. It's got to be fresh. Yeah, see, for minced garlic, I got to cut it myself. Kathy, I'm not saying Papa John's is the greatest in the world, but I'm saying the statement that they make is truth. Lauren, good morning. It's freezing. Well, in the mountains, I would imagine it would be, yeah. Frozen garlic cubes. Now I don't have garlic fingers from chopping mine. See, I don't mind it. No, it's Ray as in Ra. Oh, mercy. Mercy me. What's funny is, so when I'm done with my pomodoro, I take some of that pomodoro and I freeze it. And so I've currently got 2 portions of pomodoro leftovers in the freezer, because my pomodoro comes back for my bolognese. You got to use some of this for that. And let me tell you, what's so funny is the bolognese that I make. Oh, agreed. You've got to be quick and agreed. And yeah, Trinity's, I feel like it's got peppers and onions, right? My bolognese has very little tomato sauce. It's got like, I think it's like 2 cups of tomato sauce. The rest of it is vegetables, and oh my gosh, like my bolognese has vegetables, a ton of vegetables. If only my kids knew. It's got some wine in there. Yep. Mike, so far I don't see a lot of LRC recycle for next hurricane season for East Coast. Most hurricanes have been out to sea. Yeah, that's kind of the, add red wine to a pasta sauce. Amazing. Oh, it throws a little bit there for sure. Mike says, and San Marzano tomatoes is a must. You are correct, sir. San Marzano is the only way to go. Yup. Better ingredients. All right, we've been talking about cooking. It's 8:22. We have to do a little bit of weather, right? Okay, let's talk about the tropics a little bit, my friends. We do have this little guy down in the Caribbean. Invest 97 ain't looking that much. No commercials for Papa. Now, Jeannie's the pizza cooker in the house. It should be 20 and 20, actually. Hold on. Let me refresh this. It's not 20-30. It should be 20-20. The percentages have come down. Oh, Kellyanne did not update it. Chances of it developing are low. Hold on. I'll fix it. Stand by. Give it a second. Boom. All right. There you go. Now the graphic's correct. 20% chance of development over the next 7 days' time. Models carrying it like across Central America into the Pacific. Not a big threat to us. Tropics, nice and quiet. All right. Yeah. It's a quiet day in the weather department. I'll take that. I put wine in everything but chili, turkey gravy, and chicken soup. That's too funny. My mom had my grandmother's meat stuffing at Thanksgiving, and now I carry the tradition on. It tastes like my childhood. Yes, I made recipe cards for my daughter, and Christmas is a little gift. Pasta sauce has to simmer all day when I make it. I actually boil the bones of a cooked chicken when I make the soup. Yeah, well, the marrow and the bones are a big deal. Yeah. Now, there are some shortcuts that you can take, but yeah, there's definitely that. Oh, Gino East. Oh, yeah, Yukon. Absolutely. Aldi for the win, right? Yeah. I'm smoking a turkey for Thanksgiving. I did a trial run last month, injected it with maple syrup, butter, and bourbon. Oh, my God, Shauna, that sounds ridiculously fun. I have not, Matt. I can't even say that word. Berguigon. What is it? I'm Googling that. I don't even know what that word is. Although I do see a Julia Child recipe. Oh, God, that sounds so good. And I do love Julia Child recipe. I'm not a mushroom guy, though. Can I 86 the mushrooms? So it's French cooking. Yeah. See, I'm very basic. I'm a chicken tenders and a very basic person. So is it Be the Sunshine sauce? Hey, we call it whatever we want. We're going to Cody's for Thanksgiving and make turkey over the weekend. There you go. Yeah, no mushrooms in any of my sauces. Yeah, shrooms can go, but it'll make your house smell like heaven. Okay, Matt. I mean, that looks like a good winter recipe, if I'm honest. That looks... So let's see what's... Oh, my God. I'm like just skimming through this recipe, and it looks really good. If any of you are up for a good challenge, by the way, you can Google this. Okay? If you Google Pebbles, which was a recipe, Pebbles Chicken Vesuvio. It is of a recipe to make. It is a real of a recipe. But if y'all want a good pasta sauce with some chicken, Oh my God, it's good. I don't make it enough. I make it every now and then. But y'all want a good like if you want a good challenge, Chicken Vesuvio from Pebbles. The Orlando Sentinel has published it like in the 90s. That recipe is a pain in the butt to make. Like the icing, literally and figuratively, the icing on the cake is throwing an egg in at the end to just thicken it up. You're like, what? It is such a pain in the neck. Beef burgundy. Thank you, Betty. But yeah, that Pebbles recipe is Chicken Vesuvio. Y'all, I highly suggest, if you want a good challenging recipe, Chicken Vesuvio from Pebbles. It's not spicy. Find that recipe from the Orlando Sentinel. If you Google it, it's there. That may be my favorite dish I've ever tasted on the face of this planet ever in my life. And every now and then, the Outpost restaurant, which is right near Wesh, it's in Maitland. Every now and then, the Outpost restaurant makes their own version of Chicken Vesuvio. It's not the same. It's delicious. But it's a modified version. It's delicious. Chicken Vesuvio. Go make that. All right. Any questions about the your weather guy's talking to you about the flipping cooking, for God's sake. Any questions about the weather? Anything? Anything at all? I love it. Nice and quiet. Cool outside. I'm going to go flying today. It's going to be a good day. Had my shake and banana and I'm starved. If y'all are bored, I'll be doing my maneuvers today in airplane is November 5470 kilo. 5470 kilo from 2 to 4 p.m. So you can go follow that on the old FlightAware. 5470 kilo from 2 to 4. Chicken Vesuvius blows up your dinner. No, it's Chicken Vesuvio, Chris, but I get the joke. Jeannie Rowan posted the recipe. Yes. Pebbles. Okay. Pebbles was the restaurant of restaurants, y'all. As I'm looking at the website, that Jeannie that you had shared, the vinaigrette dressing I make all the time. It is out. That's my vinegar. That's my homemade vinaigrette. I have adapted the Pebbles cookbook. That vinaigrette is my vinaigrette. There's the Chicken Vesuvio. That. All right. Let me just read to you the ingredient list to Pebbles. Okay, Pebbles Chicken Vesuvio. Butter, capers, garlic, lemon juice, rosemary, oregano, parsley, pepper, Tabasco sauce, chicken breast, demi-glace, which is not as easy to get as you think, grape juice, lemon juice, 2 egg yolks, perchiatelli pasta, plum tomatoes, parsley, pea pods, red pepper, and Romano cheese. And literally the last step is you throw in and stir the egg yolks to thicken it at the end. It's like, what kind of chaos is this? Diane says, found it. I'm down for the challenge. It is pre-read and prep. My advice to you is to prep the Vesuvio butter. So instructions number 1, prep that Vesuvio butter and put it to the side. Prep that. And then you'll be fine. That's the biggest thing. Do that ahead of time. Terry, I gave up on the weather. Now I'm defrosting ground beef for spaghetti. Get it. Nathan says, big game this week. Go Bearcats, beat UCF. Listen, Nathan, okay, talking about that, I just love the fact, I was hoping that you'd pop in and mention it. I love the fact that you brought that up because it's the battle for the bottom. How's that forecast up in Cincy? Well, that would call for a little Golden Star or a little bit of Skyline, you ask me. But also, I don't know that I want to win this game. I mean, I do. But also, like, battle for the bottom. It's funnier whoever loses. That's where I'm at. Nathan. I don't know. Mike says the egg yolks in the end must be at really low heat or you'd have scrambled eggs. Yeah, it's at really low heat. Yeah. Nathan, this game should be the game of our season. The battle for the bottom, baby. Oh, boy. Oh boy. Yeah, the egg is on really. As I recall, you remove it from heat. I mean, I've got the recipe right here. Remove pan from heat, stir in egg yolks, and continue stirring until sauce thickens. Add hot pasta and plum tomatoes. Y'all, that chicken Vesuvio is one heck of a dish. Mike the toilet bowl. Nathan, yeah, after this game, I'm pretty much done. It's been rough for both teams. I still have my season tickets. And here's the funniest part, Nathan. I got my season ticket renewal form yesterday, and the prices have gone up. Okay, Kelly, so you'll laugh at this. When we were and then I'm done. When we were walking away, I was standing with some West Virginia fans after they beat the snot out of us. And they were super, like, you know, I really like camaraderie because, like, we're all people. So anyway, I looked at the West Virginia fans and I was just like, you guys live here? You travel here? And they were just like, yeah, you know, we travel down here. And we got to talking as we were walking back to the parking lot. And the West Virginia fans are great. They're like, look, we struggled when we got into the conference too. So, you know, UCF, you guys will get it. Just give it a little bit. And then he looks right at me and he's like, you know, there's one thing, though, that West Virginia fans and UCF fans can agree on. And I said, what is that? And then he threw out, eat expletive Pitt. Because I guess Pitt has smacked up on West Virginia a couple times, just like UCF. So, Kelly, if there's one thing that brought together UCF and West Virginia fans, it's the fact that Pitt has slapped us both around. So there's that. Gotta love it. Oh boy, it was funny. Yes, remove the heat to add the egg yolks. Jeannie, doing that was awkward for me. Like throwing egg yolks in and I was just like, this is weird. I actually have gone to a couple of UCF games this year where UCF shirt and everything just to blend in. Of course, yeah. Of course, Nathan. We're in section 213. Come say hello. That's where our season tickets are. I'm a WVU fan, but I'm there for the bands. That's okay, Zachary. Mandy says, let's go Mountaineers. That's stupid comment. Oh, man. I've had a few snow flurries. Listen, a bunch of the country had some snow flurries, so there you go. It was pretty funny, though, Kelly, because there's like a mutual admiration / slap in the face. Oh, well. I told you I want to pretend I'm a UCF alum and come march with you. Well, I was with the band for that game. Yeah. My brother, who didn't march at UCF but went to UCF, is like, tell me I can't do the alumni band. And I'm like, I don't know that you can do the alumni band. Anyway. All right. It's 8:33, everybody. Have a great day. Stay snuggly warm. We'll be a little warmer today than yesterday, up to about 76 degrees. It's going to be beautiful. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Sound good? Sound good. Be the sunshine. Take care. Bye.